What have you two been doing all morning? Being on the phone all the time.
It's summertime now, you ought to let us play a little.
You always have an excuse. You might get addicted to the phone if you keep watching it.
Big sister, what about you taking us on a trip?
I've been really busy with work lately.
That's it. Our parents are busy and so are you. We got bored with staying at home all the time. Big sister, look at this. We can seem horny all the time at home, but this is the first time that I see people harvest honey. That looks so interesting. I wish that we could collect honey like the best.
That's as easy as this pie. Would you like to collect honey yourself?
Yes, we'd love to.
Would you like to go right now?
Big sister, I thought you were taking us to the place where we can collect honey.
We're on our way there. I'm taking you to Cồn Sơn, also known as the Sơn Islet, where you can see the bees, taste the honey, and see how honey is made. Our destination is over there at the wharf. In a minute, you can take off your light jacket and slowly get onto the wharf. Are we there yet?
We're very close to Min's farm. He will show you how honey is made.
My little sisters saw it on Facebook and they loved it, so I'm taking them here today.
Hello there.
Hello, Min.
We and her sisters are here today to see how you keep the bees for honey.
Come inside. I'll show you the bees.
We have to wear this piece of veil when we collect the honey, right?
That's right. I put on the bee veil just in case I accidentally disturb the bees and they try to sting me.
The beehives are over there.
Let me take you out to see the bees and collect honey as well.
What kind of bees are these?
These are Italian bees. They collect nectar very fast, faster than our domestic honeybees. Now please step aside. I'll take some propolis for you to taste.
When do we harvest the honey?
We harvest the honey from the 2nd to the 5th month of the lunar calendar. That's the season when the flowers of longan and rambutan start to bloom.
Do the bees collect the nectar of longan and rambutan flowers exclusively?
They collect nectar from all kinds of flowers.
How many beehives do we have here?
We now have more than 20 beehives.
How much honey can we collect from each beehive?
Each beehive provides from 3 to 4 liters of honey a month.
How much is a liter of honey?
400,000 Vietnam dong.
Where does the idea of beekeeping associated with tourism development come from?
I initially kept 1 or 2 beehives to collect honey for use at home, but the tourism of Sơn Islet is rather developed now, so I added beekeeping as one of the activities that tourists can experience when they arrive.
Can children enter this area?
They can. To go near the bees, you must not put on perfume or medicated oil. The bees don't like strong scents.
Can you tell us a little bit about how honey is harvested?
We will leave for a month for the honey to ripen. When the honeycombs form on the board, I will cut off some of them for those who would like to purchase honey with beeswax. Leftover honey will be collected with a honey extractor. The honey is ripe when the cells are sealed with cappings. That's when there's not much water left in the honey.
Do you collect all of the honey?
We leave 2 boards so the bees can feed at night. They have to feed the larvae.
So we take this to the honey extractor to get the honey.
Right. Please help me with this board.
This beehive is ready for harvesting, right? How do you know when it's time?
When the cells are filled with honey and sealed with cappings, that's when they are ready. Can you take another board?
Sure.
Let's take the boards inside.
Let's go. How do you feel holding the honeycombs for the first time?
It's a new, exciting feeling. I have only heard about this previously on TV, but I haven't got a chance to do it myself.
The bees collect nectar from different kinds of flowers, so does the honey taste different with every kind?
It is. If the longan flowers are blooming, the honey is sweet and filled with the scent of longan blossoms. If there are rambutan flowers as well, you can still smell the longan scent, but there's a sour hint of rambutan blossoms.
So you can tell what kind of flowers the honey comes from when you taste it.
That's correct.
Let's wait a bit for the next step. What is this device for?
This is the honey extractor.
How many boards can we fit into the extractor?
It can fit up to 8 boards.
We must clip up the cappings before we extract the honey, right?
That's right. We must remove the cappings so that the honey can spill out when we spin.
The faster you spin, the faster honey spills out, right?
Right. We have to spin hard so that all of the honey comes out.
Can we make drinks with honey?
We can make lime honey lemongrass drinks.
That sounds good. Can you make us some?
Of course, the lime honey lemongrass drink tastes even better than milk tea, and it's even better for your health. Here you go. Give it a taste.
I couldn't help just looking at it. I'll give it a try. I've tried lime lemongrass drink before and I know what it tastes like. And this piece of wax is not too sweet.
It cools you down during the hot days.
This piece of honeycomb is like the topping for the drink.
When I see the beehives of Uncle Min, I believe that the bees must have worked very hard to make that much honey. Right, but have you ever heard about the legend of the bees? I haven't. Tell me.
Once upon a time, there's a woman named Bee. Despite her hard work, she's still poor since she has a lot of children. Lady Bee wishes that the kids would grow up and give her a hand, but they are all very lazy. She usually tells them, when hard work goes out of the door, poverty comes in at the window. But nobody listens to her. The daughter says, we will go and search for the magical loom. We can just tap the loom for fabric and we don't even have to weave. And the son said, we will go to the forest and look for the golden axe of the mountain god. People said that the axe can chop down the trees itself and we don't have to do it. One day, they left the house, leaving Lady Bee alone. She died of sadness. A few years later, Lady Bee's children returned. Everyone was dragged and pale. They went all over the high mountains and deep forests, but could not find any precious things. Ashamed of not listening to their mother's instructions, they told each other to work hard. When they die, they meet Lady Bee. All of them were turned into nowadays bees. The mother turns into the queen bee, and the children turned into the worker bees. Worker bees worked all day. They make sweet honey, and people loved it.
The legend of the bee teaches us to work hard, be diligent, and not be lazy. We are still young, so we have to try to study well. And you shouldn't have illusions about divine power anymore, right, Ngọc? So these summer days, in addition to reviewing our lessons, we shouldn't look at our phones much. We also need to have our appearance. I totally agree.